I'm at the Chinese Theatre for the All About Steve premiere, Sandra Bullock's new comedy in which she plays an obsessed and erotic woman, which she claims is the closest she's ever played herself. Let's look at my premiere coverage. Mary's a quirky crossword puzzle constructor who believes she's met her soulmate in a blind date, Steve, so she embarks on a journey across America to pursue him. The question is, does he feel the same way towards her?
You can't stay here.
But you said...
I'm a guy. We say things we don't mean.
Well then, how do I know you mean what you're saying now when you said you didn't mean what you said?
Sandra Bullock admits she could totally connect to her character's flaws.
I appreciate who she is. I appreciate that she is exactly who she's supposed to be and didn't grow up any other way. And I had a lisp when I was younger, so I thought she should have a lisp and be okay with it. And obviously, people around me weren't okay with my lisp, and I went to speech therapy. But I appreciate who she became, and I wished I'd become her, not worrying about what other people thought.
Bradley Cooper says Bullock has become his mentor.
Tom Zade Church, I've always been a huge fan of. He's amazing, and Sandra Bullock was nothing but a teacher of everything. Yeah, she produced it, and she was at the helm, and it was great.
Thomas Hayden Church wants everyone to know this is not just a chick flick.
The three guys drive a lot of the comedy in the movie. But then you have the romantic element because she's pursuing this young guy that she's hot for. So, and I think that's what's sort of unique about it.
And Sandra Bullock, who is also the producer of this movie, handpicked Bradley Cooper to be her on-screen crush because she likes him so much and now is convincing him to let her be part of The Hangover 2. And now let's continue our coverage of the new fall season. This week we'll be looking at CBS's new schedule. They're adding 4 new shows, including Medium, that has just jumped ship from NBC. CBS is the network with the least cancellation this season, with only 6 shows getting the axe. Among them Veteran, The Unit and Without a Trace, as well as rookie shows like The X-List, Worst Week, 11th Hour, and the event series Harper's Island. Returning for another season are How I Met Your Mother, 2.5 Men, The Big Bang Theory, Gary Unmarried, The Adventures of Old Christine, The 3 CSIs, CSI New York and CSI Miami, Numbers, Criminal Minds, The Mentalist Who Will Move to Thursdays, NCIS, Survivor, and The Ghost Whisperer. New this season, we will see the return to primetime of Dharma and Greg star Jenna Elfman in a sitcom called Accidentally on Purpose, about a woman in her 30s getting knocked up on a one-night stand. Another returning face to primetime is Juliana Margulies in The Good Wife, as a scorned significant other of a very corrupt politician played by Mr. Big, aka Chris North. The Good Wife is produced by famed film director Ridley Scott. NCIS is becoming a franchise this season with the addition of NCIS Los Angeles that will star Chris O'Donnell and LL Cool J. Jericho executive producer Carol Barbie returns to television with 3 Rivers, which is a medical drama that goes inside the emotionally complex life of organ donors, starring midnight heartthrob Alex O'Loughlin and British beauty Julia Ormond. And NBC's Medium is jumping ship to CBS and being paired on Friday nights with Ghost Whisperer. And the new CBS schedule is mostly a reshuffling of last year's schedule, as the new shows will try to live up to the consistently high ratings CBS has received in the last few years. And that's a wrap for entertainment for this week. Always a pleasure connecting you to Hollywood. From the All About Steve premiere at the Chinese Theatre, I'm Ron Jacobsohn.